F1 fans, make sure to pull your belts tight and stay on track. You're now watching Track Limits. Welcome to another episode of Track Limits with me, John the Motorsport Enthusiast, and this week we are going to Las Vegas. It's a race week for the Las Vegas GP in Nevada in the United States. We're going to talk about the track, we're going to talk about the race a little bit, and we're also going to talk about some news about this race so far. Starting with the track itself, it is the Las Vegas Strip Circuit. Yep, they go right down the strip. The first Grand Prix took place here last year in 2023, and this year's race is going to be 50 laps. The circuit length is 6.201 kilometers, which is about 3.85 miles. The race distance is just short of 310 kilometers, which totals to about 192.5 miles. And the lap record is held by McLaren driver Oscar Piastri, which took place last year, with a lap time of 1 minute 35.490 seconds. The Las Vegas Strip Circuit has 17 corners and 2 DRS detection zones. The first zone being between turn 2 and turn 3, with the DRS zone between turn 4 and turn 5. And the DRS detection zone number 2 is right after turn 13, which lasts all the way from the exit of turn 13 to the entrance of turn 14. Last year was a double podium for the Red Bulls, with Max Verstappen winning and Sergio Perez coming in third, and he was split by Charles Leclerc, this guy on the hat, for second place. So let's talk about some news coming into this race weekend. Max Verstappen can mathematically win the championship under a couple of circumstances. Currently, he is 62 points clear of Lando Norris in P2. With a maximum of 60 drivers' points left after the Las Vegas GP, 34 in Qatar, 26 in Abu Dhabi. All he has to do this weekend is to not lose more than 2 points to Lando Norris, and Max Verstappen will become a 4-time champion, a back-to-back champion in Formula One. This means that any finish ahead of Lando Norris and Max Verstappen is your champion. Now, there's a situation if Max Verstappen finishes in 5th and Lando Norris finishes in 4th, and Lando Norris gets the fastest lap award, technically he will still be mathematically in the championship going into Qatar. Basically, Lando Norris has to finish 1 place ahead of Max Verstappen and get the fastest lap award, which if you don't know, awards you 1 bonus point. Another talking point is the team championship, which is very close between McLaren, Red Bull, and Ferrari. McLaren leads the way, leading Ferrari by 36 points, with McLaren leading Red Bull by 49 points. Basically, it's anybody's game. If one of those drivers and each one of those manufacturers have a bad race, this championship could flip on its head. Another piece of news is that there is a new race director for the Las Vegas GP. The FIA announced that there will be a departure of the current race director, Niles Wittich, and his replacement will be Rui Marquez. Wittich has been a race director since 2022. Marquez has an absolutely amazing resume since he's been a marshal, a scrutineer, and a race director for F2 and F3. Now, looking into this race, Red Bull and Ferrari could be the favorites since Red Bull had such a good year here last year and Charles Leclerc had one of the most amazing overtakes that we've seen of the 2023 season. I would even say up to the 2024 season. So I would expect Ferrari and Red Bull to battle all race long. Also, looking at Lando Norris and McLaren, I expect Lando to be battling up there with them too. Oscar, not really sure. They're going to probably focus all the efforts on Lando since they are such a close battle in the Drivers' Championship. You're probably wondering, what is the schedule for this weekend? So let's dive into that a little bit. And all these times will be based on the track's official time in the specific time zone that they are in, and they're in Pacific time. So practice number 1 will take place on November 21st, this upcoming Thursday, from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Practice 2 will take place from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. on the 21st. Practice 3 will take place on Friday, November 22nd, from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Qualifying will then take place from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday the 22nd. This all comes down to the race on Saturday, November 23rd, which takes place at a lovely 10 p.m. Pacific time. So yes, that means if you're in Central, it's going on at midnight. And if you're on the East Coast, poor people out there, it's a 1 a.m. race. You may not even be up for that. But that is everything that we know about the Las Vegas GP this year. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe to Above the Yellow Line so you don't miss any episodes from Track Limits or from any other series that we have going on here on the channel. If you'd love to check out some of my independent content as well, make sure to check out the description. I've dropped all of my social handles in that description as well, so you can take a peek and look at that. But from John the Motorsport Enthusiast, we have exceeded track limits. We'll catch you next time.